So today, going for a little bit of a gravel ride. Staying up in Wadestown, dropping down into the CBD and along the Cycleway along Old Hutt Road. There's something through there, join the motorway. This is one of the more dicey sections that we'll have to do. But yeah, ride along all the way the motorway, get out into Petone, from Petone along the sea shore. I haven't ridden this route before, so that'll be a little bit new. And then through the Seaview industrial area, again, never been there. Riding all the way around the coast towards Eastbourne. I've driven it a couple of times, but don't really know the area, so it'll be a nice new adventure. Um, Through the Eastbourne suburb area, and then hitting gravel after that, probably for about 40% of the ride. I'll be riding all the way around the coast, pushing into the southerly wind, unfortunately. But it does mean a nice tailwind on the return. So, yeah, and basically riding around to two different lighthouses. There's a Pencarrow and then the Bearing Head. So we can go all the way to Bearing Head, which is like the southmost tip on that side of Wellington. And then, of course, we have to do the whole thing in return. So it's about 40k getting out, and so by the time we get home, we'll be about 85k all up.
Just be kidding me, there's a spider on the fucking bike. What are you doing, little fella? Get out of here. I'm still not good at SPDs.
So I'm still a pretty recent convert to clips, or ironically clipless pedals. So I've been rocking the SPD SLs a lot on the road bike. Those are the 3-pin ones, like a large plastic platform. Gotten quite comfortable with those now. I'm pretty good at clipping in and clipping out of them. SPDs, which are the gravel mountain bike clip from Shimano, a little bit less used to at the moment. Fine clipping out, but I still tend to struggle sometimes finding the right foot position to clip in first time. But like anything, it's one of those, it'll get better with time.
And that's why. Alright, so we're down in Thorndon now.
Yeah, straight ahead is the Petone, the Wellington Stadium, and of course the rail yard.
So this is a weird section because we've got a whole new cycle lane going on that side. This is still the old cycle alongside the vehicle side, and I haven't quite completed it just yet. new cycleway. Very nice double carriage. Alright, here's a sketchy ramp. Stay low. There we go. And we've got to watch out for the fuel station because cars love to turn in and out here. Which, in the car driver defence, it's kind of a poxy fucking junction. Cheers, buddy. So you think I'd looked, it's much appreciated. But it is a bit of a bitch because you've got a rough entrance and you really have to slow down, but you can't spend a lot of time. I always love there's a cycle lane and a cafe with no bike holders.
Get some weird camera shots. I'm still playing around learning the Insta 360 Go. You can see a little pod holder there.
Oh, stunning day for the ride though. Stunning day. Intersection. Oh, Jesus. There we go.
So this is the only route north to the Hutt Valley. You can obviously go north via the other coastline, but this is literally the only option. There is no other road, there is no other footpath, there is no other cycleway, and you can't even take the train right now because it's for holidays and the trains have stopped. And you can't take the buses because they've now banned bikes from buses due to some ridiculous safety concern about the bike rack on the bus blocking the headlights. So your only option is to either get private transport or ride your bike on the highway.
Thanks to TA, 100 years not developing shit infrastructure. Here's hoping it's only 2 more. So that was 12 k's Wellington to Petone. It's not obvious, but when you come off the off-ramp, there's a dedicated cycle entrance. So you don't need to take the cars and cross 2 lanes of bullshit. You peel off here, and then you've got the option of going north, all the way as far as almost as Mulling, on a dual carriage dedicated cycleway. It's actually really good. Over-engineered, I'll show you that one day, but it works. And I can go left and then swing around onto the waterfront, which is a shared walking, cycling route, and I'll take that around to Seaview, where we'll then go further south towards the lighthouses. Man, this is confusing. Where the fuck am I supposed to go? Ah, nice bike, buddy. Yeah, I mean, if you're a nervous rider, this kind of cycle lane, shared lane is alright, but it's just so slow. You can't go fast. You constantly watch all the people. I'd probably be better off on the road, to be honest. It's a little tight along the street, but it's not too crazy. I've ridden worse. Certainly if you want to go faster than 10k an hour, you know. Get some basic reps in without overdoing it. As my mate Benno likes to say, you can't just zone 4 everywhere, although I am keen to prove that wrong. But look at the weather, it's stunning. I need to be at that bridge, but right now I'm here, which is not compatible. Oh, first time clipped in. Legend. Like a little seed shed. That's very cool. I've never been out here before. Some lovely barbed wire to catch your face on if you're not careful. Perfect. Barbed wire on the left, angry swans on the right. Than I thought it would be. Eastbourne environment. Huh. Okay. I missed it fine completely. Too busy looking at my next boat, I guess. Oh, looks like they're building a new cycleway, at least. There we go, look at that water. Whoa. That headwind is brutal, but we're getting there. 20k, 25 an hour, but yeah, it's just an onslaught. But on the way home, there'll be a tailwind. Very nice. There's 2 of the lighthouses. There we go. Once you get this far out, it's definitely a bit more desolate. Don't know if that ferry is going to get us here very quickly. A little bit dicey along here. It's a fucking cliffy edge. single track. Lovely. Oh, here we go. Yeah, flare bars are a godsend and stuff. Which way do I go?
Oh, you didn't tune in for the headwinds and the scenery, so let's get a return. Now I've got tailwind behind me, so this is going to make life a little bit faster, which is very welcome. I'm just logging all the way up there.
Bumpy. Oh, so much nicer with a tailwind. So much nicer. Oh, rutted. Crazy to think the middle is actually better right now. Right turn here. Oh no, that's where I came up. Yep. Oh, the control gate, I guess. That was closed when I came up. I had to do a sketchy manoeuvre around it. Oh, it's a race between me and my Blue Bridge. I think I'm what, 150 to 300 watts? That's probably several thousand watts, maybe megawatts. But I don't know, he's not very aero. I'm definitely more aero than him. I reckon it's a truce, Mr. Blue Bridge, because we both have to turn away shortly. Oh, this is so much nicer than the other direction. No wind in my face, bit of a boost, doing about 30 on average. To be honest, one of the trade-offs on this bike is you can't really do much more than 40, 45 because of the one-way gearing, which can be annoying for me as someone who rides road all the time, but for how often it's actually a problem. Maybe competitively it'll be an issue, but if I'm doing any kind of rough stuff, I'm never going that fast. And I brought this bike to go bikepacking, in which case I'm going to be hauling a ton of luggage. Realistically, I'm not going to be hitting 50k an hour like I do on my road bike, you know. But I noticed it on the motorway. On your right. On your right. Hello.
This is the prime reason why I don't
Excuse
like
me.
shared
On your
ways.
right. Cheers.
It's just inevitable that everyone ends up filling it as wide
Excuse
as
me,
possible,
on
as
your
many
right.
pedestrians as possible.
Thank you.
I I don't have a bell on this bike. I found it with Wellingtonians with a bell. You ring it, they just jump sideways randomly. So you're better off just telling them where you are, on your left, on your right, or just honestly pushing through sometimes, because I've had people where you say, hey, on your right, and they jump right. It's the single most successful method of communication has actually been no communication, which is definitely a jerk move in some cultures, but Wellingtonians just don't understand what a bike is, and they'll just amble through a cycleway without thinking twice.
Lol. Sucks to be a motorist today. This maze. Ooh, there we go. This is alright. Out of a busy zone. But there is a problem with the shared ways. Inevitably pedestrians will expand across it and kill its rideability. And I don't even blame the pedestrians that much, like, humans get a human, you know? It's the UX is wrong. You know, if it was software, we'd be like, yeah, UX is wrong, company doesn't know how to use it, make a better product. Also, is there a whole fucking rock on the road? Jesus Christ, imagine hitting that in the dark. Oh, lethal. And then boom, suddenly, Cycleway runs out, surprise! Classic Wellington though. We'll half-ass some infra and then we'll just dump you in some random spot, and then maybe in a few more K it'll just restart again, because why not? Gee, I don't even know if that's supposed to be the cycleway. There's anything lamppost in my way. I think this runs out and forces you into the ocean. And I'm doing 40 at the moment. Yeah. This is a heap easier than the shared route, as long as you're comfortable in traffic, which, well, sometimes depends on the traffic, eh? Oh, thank you. It's a cycle lane now. How helpful. So, NZTA is actually building a brand new cycle lane, and it's going to go all the way along parallel to the road and the train line. But it's one of those annoying things where they've badged it as a cycleway at $300 million, which naturally got all the pearl clutching boomers foaming at the mouth. But actually, it's like $290 million of seawall, and then $10 million to put a cycleway, walking way on the top, which honestly is going to be amazing. Completely segregated from the cars. The motorway and rail line gets a long-term seawall to deal with climate change, and it's supposed to open in 2026, which probably means 2027, but look, it's happening at last. Only took them 100 years from the date that they first started the project. So where do I go now? Oh, Wellington, another uphill. Over a bridge, I guess. Alright, here we go. And I'm going to make headwind the whole way back because I'm going south. So, headwind and a hill climb to finish up. We've arrived on about 72k. We'll be about probably 85 by the time I get home. Oh. Motorway, not fun. Thanks for the signage, guys. That will protect me. Merge like a zip, you must. So I have to ride a third on the side, and then I can drop into a little slip lane. See what I mean? Little slip lane. And it's like, why the fuck could we not just do this the whole way? It's like, this could be done the whole way, but for 100 years they've made you ride in the traffic on the first third and then dumped you into this way. And of course, like the side of a road, you get all kinds of shrapnel and debris, and I know a lot of road cyclists prefer to still take the lane, and I don't blame them because this surface sucks. But the problem for me is the risk reward isn't there. Like, I'm used to riding on road, backcountry, highway, but it really is a risk every time. There's no guarantee that someone's not going to accident or fuck something up. This little way sucks, but I've got a steel barrier between me and any cars doing some dumb shit. It's infinitely better than being on the roadside. And yes, it's annoying because I can't go full flat, and I don't really like bringing a road bike out because the surface is just too rough and there's too much glass and all of that. But you know, don't take safety risks you don't need to take, you know. But yeah, once the new wave's done, on the other side of the train lines, we'll have a lovely new path. I'm really hoping for a train, but I have a suspicion they're all cancelled at the moment for track works over the holiday period. But if you are a train spotter, this might actually be a nice ride, because it's pretty freaking close. You can pretty much reach out and touch a train if you really wanted to. Don't recommend that, but you do you. See, look at the glass there. There's so much glass all on the sides of the road. Now I'm running 47C gravel tyres, so I've got a reasonable bit of protection, but there's just always that risk of some nasty shards getting in, you know. But even when I was riding on the road earlier, edge of the road is just as bad sometimes. So those rock piles, apparently that's to house sea life. So as they dug out the coast, they had to relocate various life that was along it, and they built that new little dedicated islands for them, which is a cool idea. Hopefully it works. And we can see now where the digger is, where that new seawall and cycleway is going. Honestly, this is going to transform Wellington. Like, the ability to go from a hut to the city, completely off the road, and with the advent of speed e-bikes doing 45k an hour, it changes commutes for people. I've already got a few friends out this way being like, I will ride in once it opens, because they're not comfortable dealing with traffic, nor should they have to be. There's water bottle cage, so I hope it stays in. Sort it when I get home. My $4 AliExpress spot cages, which colour match with bike, so I am stoked about that. Although I lose it with bolt, that'll be a very annoying thing. It's a train. I guess, yeah, they aren't running them today, but there is a bona fide Wellington train for you. I love this, no turn, but you can turn as a bike. Mixed messages, guys. There you go, Parliament. One hill to go. Why does my house have to be up a hill at the end of every ride? I'm really glad for the shade now on the hill because the heat's starting to get to me a bit. Probably need one more bottle of water as well. It's really hard to find water on the go, I find, in Wellington. Like, parks may or may not have a water fountain, may or may not be working. Public buildings that have a tap outside, a lot of the time they've removed the handle so you can't use the water. Well, I guess I could pull my spanner out and out myself, I guess, but it's just rude. I saw more AED anti-defibrillation devices on this ride than I saw water fountains. I'm like, which is the bigger risk? I'm not saying we don't need AEDs, but like, I feel like excess of fresh water is probably a more serious issue. It's really weird. Even when you stop at a toilet block, chances are there's no external tap. G'day gents. Oh, I needed it. I'm so hot. I am a poop potato now. That was brutal. 86 k's all up. Probably needed about twice as much water and twice as much food. Definitely felt on the hill climb that I was lacking energy as well as hydration. So I'm glad I refilled, but I think for summer I'm going to take 2 750ml electrolyte and carbohydrate mix plus maybe 1.5 litres in Camelback, because I just go through so much water all the time. And I probably needed about twice the calorie intake. Having said, home now, got a nice block, can't complain. So yeah, if you enjoyed this, you know what to do.